The wind whispered through the autumn leaves, carrying with it the unmistakable chill of Halloween. In the small, sleepy town of Melodyville, nestled amidst the rolling hills, a legend had grown over the years. A legend that drew two unlikely visitors on this eerie night. Ethan and Sarah, both bass players with a shared love for the hauntingly beautiful, had heard of the mysterious mansion atop Harmony Hill. The locals spoke of it only in hushed tones, for they believed it to be haunted by the ghost of a legendary bassist, Lucius Strumwell. Lucius Strumwell was said to be the finest bass player the world had ever known. He had vanished without a trace, leaving only his music behind. It was said that on Halloween, his spectral fingers plucked the strings of his double bass in a melancholic symphony that echoed through the night. Despite their trepidation, Ethan and Sarah had a curiosity that outweighed their fear. They arrived at the mansion just as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that danced like wraiths across the overgrown lawn. The mansion loomed before them, its windows like empty eye sockets, staring blankly into the night. They could hear the soft, mournful strains of a bass melody carried on the wind, and it sent shivers down their spines. With flashlights in hand and bass guitars strung over their shoulders, the two musicians ascended the creaking stairs and entered the mansion. Cobwebs hung like ghostly drapes, and the floorboards groaned in protest beneath their feet. The air was thick with the musty scent of age, but it held an undertone of something sweet and hauntingly beautiful. They followed the ethereal music to a grand, forgotten chamber. In the dim light, they saw the apparition of Lucius Strumwell, a spectral figure, his fingers dancing across the strings of a translucent double bass. His eyes were empty sockets, but his presence exuded a melancholic grace. Ethan and Sarah took a deep breath and began to play, joining the ghostly maestro in his spectral symphony. Their fingers plucked the strings, creating a harmony that transcended the realms of the living and the dead. The music soared and weaved, a haunting masterpiece that evoked both sorrow and joy. As the night wore on, The mansion seemed to come alive. The walls reverberated with the music of the past, and the ghostly audience, long forgotten revelers, appeared to dance in the fading moon. The sun eventually broke the horizon, and as the first rays of dawn bathed the mansion, the music ceased. Lucius Strumwell nodded his spectral approval and faded into the dawn, his final performance complete. Ethan and Sarah left the mansion, their hearts filled with a profound sense of wonder. They had witnessed a hauntingly beautiful spectacle, and it was a Halloween night they would never forget. From that day on, the legend of the haunted mansion on Harmony Hill grew, but only a select few knew the true story. That on Halloween, 2 bass players had joined the ghostly symphony of Lucius Strumwell, making music that bridged the gap between the living and the dead, proving that the power of music could transcend time and death.